Hi guys, so first of all, thank you so very much for your kind words on YouTube, on Instagram after watching the first video. So I am back with a second video today, and the topic for today is rice. Now rice is a staple food in many cultures, but it does tend to spike your blood sugar levels, which can be problematic for those who have diabetes. But even if you are not diabetic, it's better to avoid foods that tend to spike your blood sugar levels. Here's why, for two reasons. The first reason, anytime you have a spike in blood sugar levels, it is followed by a crash. So if you've noticed, after sometimes you eat rice, you tend to get a bit sleepy, a bit tired. That's why. And the second reason is when you have frequent spikes in blood sugar levels, it can lead to insulin resistance and diabetes down the road. Now, there is a way to cook rice so it doesn't spike your blood sugar level, and that is by adding coconut oil. The fats in coconut oil, what they tend to do is slow down the digestion and the absorption of carbohydrates in your body. And what that translates into is, instead of a spike, a gradual release of glucose into your bloodstream. With all that said, here's how I make my rice. You're going to need 3 ingredients. First and foremost, rice. I'm using half a cup rice, which is about 90 grams or so. Second thing you're going to need is water. 1 2/3 cup is what I use for every half cup of rice. That is close to about 330 milliliters. Okay, so half cup rice, and we have 1 2/3 cup water. And the third ingredient we're going to need is coconut oil. So for every half cup of rice, you need about a teaspoon of coconut oil. So I'm going to start with just adding some water to it and rinsing it a couple of times just to clean it up and get the dirt out. So now I'm going to take a pot, add the water. I'm going to take my rinsed and clean rice and add it to the water. Okay. Let me figure out this camera angle thing because I'm not exactly sure how this all works. So now we're going to turn on the gas. This part is pretty straightforward. We are going to cook rice like we normally do. I have a pot of water and rice, and I'm going to bring it to a boil. The water is boiling. I'm going to lower it to a simmer, and I'm going to take a teaspoon of coconut oil and just mix it in. I'm going to cover the pot and let it simmer. I know we have the tendency to try to lift the lid and check if the rice is cooked or not, but I highly recommend leaving the lid on and just letting it simmer on low heat. The cooking time will vary depending on the kind of rice you use. So it's been about 15 minutes, typically the time it takes to cook the rice. I'm gonna go check on it and see if it's done. Looks like my rice is cooked. I don't see any excess water in here. It looks like it has evaporated. I'm going to let the rice cool. I'm not going to take the lid off. We want to keep the lid on the whole time. I'm going to set a timer for about 20 minutes and let the rice cool, and then we have one more thing to do. So the rice has been cooling for about 20 minutes, but we are not done yet. We have one more step to take. So to build a resistant starch, we need to place the cooked rice in the refrigerator for about 12 hours. So you can either put the pan in the refrigerator with the lid on, or you can empty into a container, which is what I'm going to do because it's going to be hard to fit this pot into the fridge. So I have emptied the rice in this container. It looks really nice and soft and fluffy. I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about 12 hours. So I hope you found this video helpful. Sometimes small tweaks can make a big difference. If you want other ideas or have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Or if you have any suggestions on what kind of videos would be helpful to you, let me know that as well. Bye for now.